there's a lot of challenges in broadcasting, especially in South Africa. The industry, I would say, it's still young. There's still a lot of mistakes which are being done in the broadcasting. Even the regulator itself is still learning.
Gonna wear my short skirt. Hey y'all, this is Azure D from Azure D and the Blue River Band. You're tuned in to KSFM 94.9. Cause I know he lied.
I look at the case of KSFM. Your license, when I looked at it, I see a big mistake. They didn't put a broadcasting expiring date. So technically, it was not your fault. It was not KSFM fault, but it was the regulator's fault not having that on the broadcasting license. And again, you not having a compliance officer who's supposed to come in here and remind you to saying your license is expiring in the next 6 months. You need to renew it. So clearly those things, you didn't even get them. This is why I'm saying the regulator itself has done a lot of mistakes, and they need to fix that without actually shutting down the stations.
Moenie bang wees nie, bly by Koepel Stereo.
All the broadcasters, they start on community radio stations. So clearly, the regulator has that responsibility of making sure that they build a very good foundation with, build good partnership with community stations.
Yeah. But so you see it as a huge problem with the regulator?
A big one. There's many stations which their license has expired. So you find out that some of the management are not even aware that the license has expired. But you find that the regulator, he favors certain stations, and some of the stations he doesn't favor them. Because I know the stations which are broadcasting without broadcasting license, and their license has expired. But when you tell the regulator, they're saying, we'll see what we do about it. The aim of this, ICASA, is not to close down the stations. But what happened to KSFM? Why were you not given solutions while you're still broadcasting?
Are you interested in culture? Join me, Glenn, every Thursday night between 7 and 8 on KSFM 94.9.
Because they didn't do me wrong. I think they did the community of KSFM wrong.
Yes.
They actually shut you down so that the community doesn't have a voice. They normally go out to public and saying their aim is not to shut down the station. But
Correct.
what do they do with KSFM?
Nick, your suggestion is that we go on air as soon as possible because we should never have shut down.
By law, looking at your broadcasting license, it doesn't have an expiry date. So clearly meaning like your license is not expired. They're changing the regulation without even consulting with stations.
Vars, vrolik en propvol inligting net vir jou. Koepel Stereo op 94.9.
You have more chances of getting the station back on air. As I said to you, this is a mistake that ICASA needs to correct. Even if they have to take you to court, they were not going to win this case because your license doesn't it doesn't clearly show that your license is expiring on this date. So meaning it's an indefinite license. That's how it looks. The station was not supposed to go on air. If this station goes on air, there's other 16 stations that's supposed to be off air. At that I know that their licenses has expired. But now your broadcasting license, it doesn't state or show any expiring date. So clearly this is where ICASA failed KSFM. The regulator is a government. They have resources and facilities to remind us to say, your license is expiring.
Are you saying that we're going back on air?
You have to. If the ICASA says they printed you a broadcasting license without expiring date, that's a serious problem that ICASA caused.